My brothers and sisters, you are now watching The Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need. And I hope you enjoy the video.
Let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5, dude, still having a ton of fun with this game. You know, in terms of the single player, I think Grand Theft Auto 5 is like 5 times as better than Grand Theft Auto 4. I enjoyed the single player in Grand Theft Auto 5 so much more, okay? But a lot of people, one of the high expectations that Grand Theft Auto 5 had was, along with the single player, was the multiplayer. Some people literally were more excited for, you know, Grand Theft Auto Online than the single player, and that's to be understandable, because before this game came out, the way they were describing the multiplayer and, you know, the trailers for the online multiplayer, that junk looked like, yo, this is going to be like an entirely different game in itself. It looks like a MMO Grand Theft Auto Online. So that's to be understandable, okay? No shots fired in this sucker, okay? It's understandable. So the online was delayed for 2 weeks, you know. So September 17th comes out and we're only able to play the single player, and you know, people are waiting for those 2 weeks to pass by because some people bought Grand Theft Auto 5 strictly for that multiplayer, and you know, again, that's understandable, my brothers and sisters. Okay, so we wait 2 weeks, bam, October 1st arrives, and immediately people are trying to log on, trying to get a taste of what this online is going to be like. You know, people wanted to play it for themselves, and we all know what happened the first day. I think Grand Theft Auto Online broke a record of having like the most people trying to sign on a game day one. I think it had over like 15 million people all trying to sign on at the same time. So that's crazy. But because of that, you know, there were a ton of issues day one. Some people could not even sign in for the entire day. Honestly, I tried on the first day, I tried to sign in like 5 times, and I think 2 times my system froze, and 3 times it just said failure. So I said screw it. So the first day I didn't even get a sniff of this freaking online. You know, I think the only way I seen gameplay is I was watching people live stream it on Xbox 360 through Twitch. So that's the only way that, you know, I seen what the online was like, and it looked fun. But it looked fun because I wasn't able to play it. So, you know, but once I finally was able to play it for myself, you know, which was like the next day. You know, the first day was the worst, and then the second day it was still bad, but it got, you know, better, and then the third day it got better and stuff like that. Some people still having issues with you know, trying to sign online and play, but Rockstar has released a Grand Theft Auto Online patch for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, so that's supposed to resolve some of these issues, you know. But so Grand Theft Auto Online is out, you know. Most people now, they've gotten a chance to play it, you know, if you still haven't been able to sign in. Wow, that's crazy. But I've been playing Grand Theft Auto Online since October 2nd, and a lot of people are disappointed with Grand Theft Auto Online. It's not what people expected, and some people are saying, dude, I'm already tired of Grand Theft Auto Online. Like, I'm just ready for next-gen consoles. And it's just crazy to me because this junk has so much hype around it. And it's like, the hype is not meeting the actual gameplay at all. And it's just like, what the heck happened, you know? And here's the thing. In my opinion, Grand Theft Auto Online is fun. I've had, on October 2nd, to where I finally was able to play it without disconnecting, I had some real fun, you know, in the races and stuff like that. It was fun, you know. But before Grand Theft Auto Online launched, people were expecting, like, dude, this is going to be an entirely different game. This is going to be like a MMO Grand Theft Auto Online. So because of that, people had extremely high expectations, you know. And I think one of the things that people really wanted to do was the co-op heist, you know, to be able to form a crew and then do co-op heists online. Meanwhile, another crew can just like interrupt that heist and then just take the money, and it was just going to be absolute chaos. So many possibilities came with Grand Theft Auto Online. So Grand Theft Auto Online comes out, and what does it have? It has deathmatch and team deathmatch, to where first off, they need to make that more customizable. You need to be able to, like, you know, make those matches to your liking. Like, take off the radar if you want to. Take off the auto aim if you want to. Because, let's be honest, I mean, it doesn't really take skill to kill people in Grand Theft Auto Online. So, make it free aim if you want to. You know, customize, you know, the settings to your liking. That's one thing that they first need to put in the game, at least for the deathmatch. But it has a good amount of maps, you know. I've been playing, I'm not sure the exact amount of maps it has for deathmatch or team deathmatch, but it has a good amount. So that's one thing I can't complain about. But they need to make it to where you can customize the settings to your likings. That's the first thing, you know. I don't think Grand Theft Auto Online is bad, but I do think it is not what I expected. It's not what a lot of people expect. You know, people, again, they were expecting an entirely different game. And when you go to the missions, which is the one thing that I was like, oh, they got missions for this? Like I was really excited to do the missions. But when you start playing them, you find out how basic they really are. Like, the missions, they really don't have no meat to them. It's like almost getting a piece of fried chicken, and it's like the fried chicken is so small that you can only bite it once and then it's over. Like there's no meat to it. There's no depth to it. Like, the missions are so basic and boring. It'll be like, okay, drive to this location, steal this car, and take it to its destination, and that's it. It's like like the missions, they have no depth to them. It's just not a well, you know, thought out missions. I wanted the missions to be, you know, more detailed, you know, more things to do, you know, with co-op, playing with your friends and stuff like that. So the missions, I'm highly disappointed in the missions, you know. Going to what else do they have in this game? The races. The races are fun. They're fun as well, but I mean, I can't really say nothing about the races. I don't know if it's just me, but for some reason online, it is extremely hard to control a car, a motorcycle, whatever. As soon as someone bumps into you and you start spinning, it is so hard to regain control. I don't know why. You know, because I know when offline, I could drive like a boss, okay? But online, for some reason, I cannot drive these vehicles, and but the racing is fun. That's one thing that 9 times out of 10, you know, I prefer to race more than, you know, playing the deathmatch or the missions, because they kind of get boring after a while, you know. But what other modes do they have? They have the parachuting. They have that. That's cool, you know. The ranks, they're cool as well. I think the highest rank you can get is 100, but people, I think the vision that a lot of people have for Grand Theft Auto Online is you were able to sign online, okay? Oh yeah, one thing I really do though like is like while you're playing team deathmatch or whatever, you know, when you're offline or online, you can bring up your phone. So, but when you're online, you can bring up your phone, go to contacts, and your contacts have your friends in there, so you can actually call your friends from the phone and like actually talk to them through that phone. So that when someone first called me and I'm like, are you serious? So that's cool to me. But aside from that, I think the vision that people had for Grand Theft Auto Online is this junk was going to be an entirely different game, a MMO Grand Theft Auto Online, being able to do co-op heists with crew versus crew. And speaking of crews, if you're still trying to get in my crew, I'm not really paying too much attention to that right now, because the online, I don't think the online is sorted out right now. Like I don't think the whole crew thing works well right now, and even if it did, there's just not missions available that works well with crews. You know, I don't think Rockstar has Grand Theft Auto Online to they don't have everything in Grand Theft Auto Online that they want, because the co-op heists, they're not in there, and that's a big thing that people were, you know, hyped to play. You know, the co-op heist, crew versus crew, stuff like that, being able to rob banks, and you know, and it's just crazy. People wanted to just do everything in this game, and it's not. That's not what Grand Theft Auto Online is right now. I do think it'll get better in time, you know, once they add the co-op heist and release a few more patches that this online so desperately needs. I'm sure it'll get better in time. You know, it hasn't even been out a week yet, and some people, you know, are already saying, dude, screw this, I'm done with this online. At least give it a month at least, you know. And you know, again, it is not what I expected at all. I definitely expected more. But again, it hasn't been out that long. I'm sure Rockstar is going to add more stuff over time. Rockstar is always good with adding DLC and stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll get better over time. I'm sure this is not the vision that Rockstar envisioned, and it's definitely not the vision we had of Grand Theft Auto Online before this junk came out. So I think people should give it a little bit more, at least a month. You know, again, I do think though that this has to come to next gen consoles, because once next gen consoles come out, there's no way there's no way that people that buy PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are going to consistently come back to the online as it is today. Because the way the online is today, when PlayStation 4 and Xbox One come out, there is nothing about Grand Theft Auto Online that's going to keep you coming back. It doesn't have that yet. So first, they're going to have to improve the Grand Theft Auto Online, and once they do that, then I think there has to be a next gen version of Grand Theft Auto 5, because if there isn't, the online is going to die out very quickly, and I don't think that's a thing that Rockstar wanted. They expected this to be, you know, last for at least 2, 3, 4 years, you know. So I think that's what has to happen. You know, I do think the online will improve. You know, because it's Rockstar, you know, they know what they're doing, but it's not what people envision. But I do think people should give the online more time, you know. So saying that, that's really just my first impressions of this it's not what I expected, but give it time, you know. Give it time, at least a month, you know. If nothing really changes in like a month and it's the same basic missions, no co-op highs, you can't do crew versus crew, then screw it. I'm done, you know. But saying that, what are you guys' thoughts of Grand Theft Auto Online? Is it what you expected? Are your expectations lowered? Are you highly disappointed? You know, stuff like that. Be sure to check out my website, theplaceforgamers.com. I'm waiting for PlayStation 4, man. That's really all I'm doing right now. So saying that, I greatly appreciate if you guys rate the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up. It could be a thumbs down, but what I do ask every brother and every sweet sister. It's just me. So saying that, Grand Theft Auto Online, what does the future hold for you?